Jesus is hanging out with an angel a couple weeks before Christmas, and the angels asked Jesus, "Do you ever get tired of coming back every single year to remind people what the season is really for, what it's really about?" And Jesus says, "No, not really, because every single year, a few more people remember. And so therefore it makes it worthwhile to me." And then the angel says to Jesus, "Yeah, but how about all the people that don't remember?" And Jesus says, "Well, that's easy. They just keep working on all the lights." And because of the Christmas season and what we've been talking about lately is this idea of this process that Advent creates for us. And it's this process of the awakening or the birth of, if you will, the indwelling Christ within us, which is what Unity believes. And I especially love it because of the representation of the birth of Jesus. And while absolutely we're going to celebrate the life of Jesus and the birth of Jesus, we're also going to be celebrating what we call the indwelling Christ, the thing that's inside of us, the thing that Jesus believed, and we believe he talked about this idea of this peace that was inside of him that's in each and every one of us, which is the most powerful, incredible thing ever. So in other words, instead of having just an understanding, instead of hearing a bunch of words, that you can actually have an experience of the divine. You can actually have an experience of this thing called the indwelling Christ. And that's what makes this thing, that's what makes Unity, I think, so incredibly special, is that we have the opportunity when we just simply slow down, start paying attention to this thing inside of us. We start listening to that little small voice that we all have that can only be heard when you slow down enough, and it's a thing that's constantly calling you home. And this season, to me, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, the season gives us the opportunity. There is such incredible energy at this time of year. How many of you can feel that energy this time of year? I know for me, it's something that is literally, I can feel it so strongly. And to me, there's so many reminders of it. I really do think that it's one of the things that I love about it is because when you think about it, when we talk about the light of the Christ, and so to me, when I'm driving around and I'm seeing everything, I'm literally, every single time I see lights, 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 lights. The message that's coming through loud and clear to me is, Mike, remember your light. Remember your light. Remember your light. And so I don't care if it's a Christmas tree that's sitting in my front living room, or I'm driving home after a class here and somebody's got their entire front lawn filled with a bunch of Christmas lights. It's the light, it's the light, it's the light, it's the light. And to me, it's this calling. And if you really start tuning into that, which I'm inviting you into, you all of a sudden start to realize that that's what the message, the true message that Jesus was trying to talk about. Remember your light, remember your light, remember your light. And that's what I think is so powerful about this time of year, because guess what? If we all start remembering our light, guess what starts to happen? It starts like this, and it starts to go like this. Then we got one person, and then we get two people, and now we get a whole collective of people starting to acknowledge their own light, and then they start to acknowledge it in every single thing that they see, and they start to acknowledge it in every single person that they see, and every opportunity, and every situation, and now we've really got something going. We're cooking with grease, as the saying goes. And when you've got people that are focused on light, seeing the light, acknowledging God in every single thing that you see, we can change things, folks. That's a game changer. You want to change the world? That's how you change it. You walk around and look for God in every single thing that you see. And I think Christmas is an amazing opportunity to do that. And I'm just inviting you into that experience, because here's what I'm going to tell you. It's there. It's there. And so my hope and prayer for you this Christmas season is just like what I said last week, and I'll continue to say it this whole time, is that you have that real experience, that you feel that Christ energy inside of you. Because I'm telling you right now, when you have that experience, game's over. Why? Because it will move you so deeply and so profoundly, you will not want anything else. And you talk about a gift. It is the greatest gift that you will ever receive, is the knowing that at any point in time that you really want to, you can connect with that part of yourself that knows that it's loved, that knows that it's part of God, and knows its true inherent net worth. And it's not something that you have to earn. It's not something you have to practice for. It's not something that you got to say 47 affirmations about. It's not. It's not. It's just you finally going, you know what? I'm not going to believe all this garbage that was put in my head. I'm going to quit believing the fact that this is going to take me years and years and years and years to figure out. Folks, it doesn't take that long. The only reason it takes any time at all is, do you think it's because of God? Do you really think God's sitting there saying, well, this person it's going to take 17 years, and this person it's going to take 40 years, and this... The only thing your divinity is waiting for is for you to accept it. That's it. And I'm just going to tell you right now, that can change like that. You can literally do it right here, right now, if that's what you wanted to, by just simply saying enough is enough. I'm going to quit doing this to myself. I'm going to quit telling myself that I'm less than. I'm actually going to acknowledge that I am a perfect, beautiful, infinite, powerful child of God. And any thought that says other than that, I'm done with. I want you to imagine before you came down here that you sat there and made a bunch of agreements. And one of the agreements that you made was that you were going to forget who and what you are. Hate to tell you that, but that's what you did. Don't ask me why. It sounds stupid, but you did. What if you decided today that you didn't want to do that anymore? And what if you just said, I'm done? I'm done with the game. I'm done with pretending I'm separate from God. And what if you just said enough is enough? I'm no longer separate from God. I'm one with God. Do you think that might change things? Could that not be the most incredible thing, the most incredible gift that you could give yourself this holiday season? Would that not be a killer gift? Wouldn't that be fun? I don't know. I get excited about that kind of stuff. That's the kind of potential that Unity has talked about since the beginning of time, back in the late 1800s. That's what the Fillmores talked about, because they understood what was inside of you, and inside of me, and inside of everybody else. And that's why the message of Unity is such a powerful, powerful, powerful message. You are a beautiful child of God. You are amazing. The only thing that you need to do is just quit telling yourself that.